V addresses rumors. BTS open up about the upcoming challenges. Jungkook shares personal insights into his life and more. In a recent interview, Jungkook displayed a playful and lighthearted demeanor, much to the amusement of netizens. This interview coincided with the release of his new editorial photos for Vogue Japan, taken in Tokyo, where he looked exceptionally striking. During the interview, which was part of his photo shoot with the magazine, Jungkook shared personal insights into his life. He touched upon various aspects, including heartfelt remarks about his family and his experiences during international schedules. However, what stood out was Jungkook's humorous approach to the interview. For instance, when asked about the 3 essential items he always carries, Jungkook initially mentioned his phone and passport, which seemed quite standard. The mood lightened when he humorously added that he also carried Calvin Klein products, in line with his role as a brand ambassador. He playfully hinted that he had Calvin Klein underwear, but chose not to show them. Some suggested that the original mention was of underwear, but it was translated as items. Adding to the humor, when questioned about his current focus, which was likely a reference to his music or schedule, Jungkook quipped that he was concentrating on the interview. He clarified that he was jesting, but emphasized that his focus was always on working diligently. The video of the interview was well received online, with many finding Jungkook's humorous side endearing. Jungkook has consistently shown a mix of professionalism and a fun-loving nature in his interviews, reflecting his strong work ethic and charismatic personality that have been evident since his debut. During the interview, Jungkook also shared aspects of his character, routine, and style preferences. Jungkook opened the interview by greeting Vogue and expressing his pleasure in meeting them. He then delved into the qualities he believes he has inherited from his parents, describing these talents and character traits as golden, a term he feels symbolizes his current phase in life. Discussing his routine when traveling overseas, Jungkook mentioned that he has reduced his weight training and now focuses on about 30 minutes of cardio exercise, which helps him burn approximately 300 kilocalories. He also shared his daily habit of checking his phone both in the morning after waking up and at night before going to sleep. Regarding his fashion preferences, Jungkook expressed a liking for matching Calvin Klein outfits and denim tops and bottoms. He prefers comfortable clothing and is fond of oversized shoes and clothes, with knitted hats being his favorite accessory. Jungkook also shared a personal anecdote connecting him with the concept of gold. He recounted how his mother had a dream about gold while she was pregnant with him. He feels that this moment in his life is his golden era, with the word golden containing gold further emphasizing this connection. The interview highlighted Jungkook's dedication to his work, his sense of humor, and his personal style, offering fans a glimpse into the life of the beloved BTS member. In a heartfelt message released during his birthday month, Jin from BTS shared a candid and playful celebration with his fans. Jin greeted his fans and expressed his excitement to be back for another December celebration, his birthday. He humorously applauded himself and shared his birthday joy with fans. He prepared a festive happy birthday hat and a small cake for the occasion. Jin humorously struggled with opening the cake, displaying his light-hearted nature. Once he managed to open it, he asked his fans to join him in blowing out the candle and singing the birthday song. Jin then proceeded to light a candle on the cake, carefully positioning the cake and singing the birthday song to himself, with a special mention of V joining in. He made a wish before blowing out the candles, thanking his fans for the opportunity to celebrate his birthday in advance, pondering when he might get such a chance again. Intriguingly, Jin revealed that at the time of filming this message, he was in the middle of shooting a commercial for Jin Ramen. He shared that by the time fans viewed the video, they would probably have seen the commercial as well. He had been working hard on the commercial for about 7 or 8 hours. Jin humorously expressed his hope that fans would remember him as handsome during that time in December. After celebrating his birthday and sharing his current activities, Jin promised to reconnect with his fans in the following month or the one after, ending his message with a cheerful, "Happy birthday, Jin." This message not only showcased Jin's unique sense of humor and warmth, but also gave fans a glimpse into his life beyond the stage, including his endorsement activities. Recently, V from BTS clarified rumors regarding his expected role in the military, particularly about joining the Special Duty Team, SDT, an elite anti-terrorism unit. Big Hit Music had informed fans about the enlistment of RM, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, scheduled for November. They announced that while RM and V would follow standard enlistment procedures, Jimin and Jungkook would enlist together, assigned to the same training center and unit. However, Specific details about their assignments were not disclosed. Big Hit Music also noted that there would be no official events on the day of their entry. Amidst this, Korean media outlets speculated that V might be joining the SDT, known for its rigorous training and involvement in high-risk operations. This speculation caused mixed reactions among armies, with some expressing skepticism and others showing concern for V's well-being in such a demanding unit. V addressed these rumors in a live broadcast on Weverse on December 5th, joined by RM Jimin and Jungkook. He confirmed his intention to join the SDT, explaining that it was a personal challenge and an opportunity to achieve specific goals. He reassured fans about his safety, emphasizing his awareness and readiness to face the challenges ahead. He also acknowledged his fear of heights, a relevant concern since SDT training involves rappelling down buildings and helicopters. Despite this, he asked fans to trust in his capability to return healthy and unharmed. Armies around the world have expressed pride in V's approach to his military service, while also conveying their wishes for his health and safety throughout his enlistment period. V's decision to challenge himself and face his fears head-on has been seen as a testament to his character and determination. In the recent livestream, the members of BTS engaged in a candid discussion about their upcoming military enlistment. They shared their thoughts on various aspects, including the challenges they anticipate facing due to their age relative to the typical Korean soldier. The conversation highlighted the fact that most Korean men are eligible for enlistment after turning 18 and often choose to serve in their early 20s. In contrast, the BTS members are enlisting at an older age, a consequence of their demanding and successful careers. V, in particular, mentioned his awareness of being older than many fellow enlistees, but expressed a strong desire to learn from them regardless of the age difference. His comments reflected the group's overall attitude of humility and openness to new experiences and learning opportunities. The BTS members conveyed excitement and readiness for the new chapter ahead, demonstrating a positive and adaptable mindset as they prepare for their military service. Their willingness to embrace this experience, despite being older than average soldiers, speaks volumes about their character and approach to life's challenges. In a revealing interview from the Proof Collector's Edition, BTS's Jimin delved into various aspects of his life, reflecting on his past, present, and future. Jimin expressed that he previously prioritized the future, always focusing on what he needed to do to improve. However, his perspective has shifted, and he now finds the present more significant, believing that the past isn't as crucial. His earliest memories include a moment with his father and the excitement of moving houses as a child, unaware of his family's financial difficulties at the time. Jimin nostalgically recalled the pure innocence of childhood, especially during the shooting of the Permission to Dance music video with young children. For Jimin, a meaningful place is the practice room, where he began pursuing his dream of dancing. He described his moment of proof as the time he was confirmed as a member of BTS, viewing it as a stroke of luck and a constant reminder to prove his worth in the team. In terms of self-improvement, Jimin often questions whether he could be more cool or impressive. He sees himself perpetually as a 19-year-old, having missed out on typical milestones of that age due to his career. Jimin feels that his identity as Park Jimin has become clearer over time, despite initially being blurred by his BTS persona. He has faced numerous challenging moments, but believes that the answers to overcoming these lie within oneself. If writing a letter to his younger self, Jimin would urge himself to work harder, believing he has yet to reach his full potential. He finds solitude in the early morning hours, which is his personal time due to his late sleeping schedule. Jimin estimates that his public persona as a BTS member is about 85% similar to his private self. He described his true self as ordinary, and noted a shift in his personality from introversion to extroversion, as evidenced by a change in his MBTI type from ENFJ to ESTJ. In his life, Jimin values expressing his feelings and considers the BTS members as those who know him best. He finds a special connection with his name, having grown to appreciate it more over time. During the pandemic, his cell phone became an indispensable tool for communication. Jimin's current life is dominated by simple concerns like deciding what to eat, a shift from more introspective questions in the past. He likens his current pace of life to a light running speed, around 17 km/h, and cherishes dreams where he experiences flying, feeling an immense sense of freedom. Among fictional characters, Iron Man stands out to Jimin for his toughness and cool demeanor, qualities he admires but feels are different from his own personality. Given a chance, he would love to spend time by the ocean, reflecting on his journey through life. Jimin believes he's currently at an unknown place in life's road, hopeful that loved ones await him at its end. He acknowledges undergoing a period of change, evidenced by shifts in his personality and perspectives. In terms of music, Jimin holds the Most Beautiful Moment in Life series as the most meaningful in BTS's discography, as it accompanied him through a period of significant emotional growth. Through the Proof album, he hopes to engage in deeper conversations with fans, sharing stories rather than just delivering messages. The song Filter holds special significance for Jimin, encapsulating his desire to show various sides of himself despite changes in his situation or personality. He compares the filter of his memories to that of a film camera, seeing his current self as a watery, light color that he wishes to brighten with more passion. He still feels there are many aspects of himself that he hasn't shown yet, likening his revealed traits to primary colors with much more left to share. On stage, Jimin feels completely immersed, as if in a trance, a feeling he has cherished since his youth. Given the chance to make wishes with a genie's lamp, Jimin's desires range from practical to fantastical, including the ability to fly, heal people, and experience the freedom of space travel. The song Friend is significant to Jimin as it was his first foray into production, and it represents his understanding of a soulmate as someone with whom expectations are absent. He envisions spending a perfect day with a friend simply relaxing, eating, and playing games. Reflecting on his friendship with V, Jimin recounted a memorable escapade during a tour in Fukuoka, Japan, which solidified V as his soulmate. He feels more accustomed to taking care of others and finds it hard to pinpoint a single dreamlike moment in his BTS journey, considering every significant event as surreal. To Jimin, the Proof album is an opportunity to look back and forward in BTS's journey, hoping it will foster sincere conversations with fans. He concluded the interview by expressing his preference for sky blue as a color that represents him and a light natural scent as his personal fragrance. In an insightful interview featured in the Proof Collector's Edition, Jungkook of BTS shared his thoughts on various aspects of his life and career, revealing a deeper understanding of himself. Jungkook emphasized the importance of living in the present. He explained that while his current self is built on his past, and his future depends on his present actions, it's the present moment that holds the most significance for him. He compared the past to a drawer, containing memories that can be revisited or discarded as needed. One of his earliest memories is a playful encounter with a dog when he was about 3 years old. Looking back at his childhood, he fondly remembered a large pillow he used to sleep with, which provided him comfort and ease. The first meaningful space for Jungkook was BTS's first dorm, a place marked by memorable, albeit eerie, experiences like seeing a ghost. Despite the challenges, he recalled his trainee days as enjoyable and carefree, highlighted by simple pleasures like buying treats from the convenience store. For Jungkook, the moment of proof came when BTS won their first day song at an award show. This achievement, particularly in their home country, was a significant acknowledgement of their hard work and talent. In terms of personal growth, Jungkook expressed a desire to acquire various knowledge to fully acknowledge himself. He previously saw himself as perpetually 15, the age when he moved to Seoul to become a trainee. Now, he identifies more with his actual age, 26, feeling he can communicate and connect with others like anyone else, his age. Discussing his identity, Jungkook stated that he doesn't try to separate Jungkook from Jungkook of BTS, as they coexist harmoniously. He described himself as young, unique, and somewhat lazy, acknowledging his weaknesses alongside his strengths. Reflecting on changes over time, Jungkook observed that while people evolve, they also tend to hold on to the past. He noted that his mentality has strengthened over the years, leading to fewer emotional fluctuations, but also a feeling of dullness at times. The darkest moment in his life was a period when he wanted to give up everything, a sentiment amplified by his youth and personal struggles. He credited the other BTS members for helping him through this tough phase. If he could advise his younger self, Jungkook would encourage studying English and dancing, and even considering studying abroad. He regrets not taking advantage of his youth to quickly adapt to new skills. Jungkook's personal time is typically after work, around 2 a.m., a period he finds relaxing yet conflicted, wanting to do more, but also feeling the need to rest. This introspective interview provides a deeper look into Jungkook's thoughts, experiences, and the aspects that shape his life and identity. In a continuation of his introspective interview from the Proof Collector's Edition, Jungkook of BTS delved deeper into his personal thoughts, preferences, and life perspectives. Jungkook expressed a fondness for being called by his real name, feeling it most accurately represents who he is. He emphasized the importance of people in his life, including family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers, acknowledging their role in his ability to communicate and share experiences. When contemplating immediate actions, Jungkook often asks himself, "What should I do right now?" This question reflects his focus on the present and his desire to make the most of his current moments. Describing his pace of life, Jungkook likened himself to a turtle, preferring a slow and steady approach. He aspires to be like the tortoise from The Hare and the Tortoise, valuing persistence and consistency over speed. Jungkook's current focus is on self-improvement, especially in music and language skills. He spends time reading and keeping up with the news to broaden his knowledge, and also has a keen interest in fashion. Purple has become a color he identifies with, not initially his favorite, but it grew on him as it became a symbol for BTS and their fans. Before sleeping, Jungkook often thinks about online shopping or reflects on the day's events. He shared memorable dreams about flying, including a recent one where he was able to control his dream state. These experiences of flying in dreams bring him immense joy and a sense of freedom. If given the chance to visit another dimension, Jungkook's curiosity would lead him to outer space. In his life journey, he feels like he's navigating a roundabout, constantly exploring different paths but not yet finding a clear direction. Jungkook pondered the concept of predestined fate, expressing a belief in its existence and the possibility of living multiple lives across different dimensions. When it comes to characters from movies or dramas, Jungkook admires the appearance of Leonardo DiCaprio's Jack from Titanic and the intellectual capacity of Tony Stark from Iron Man. He dreams of having the knowledge of the world at his fingertips. Regarding the soundtrack for a documentary about himself, Jungkook believes the perfect song hasn't been written yet, hinting at a desire to create it in the future. The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Pit 1 holds special significance for him as it marked a turning point in BTS's career, where they began to receive significant recognition and success. Discussing the song Euphoria, Jungkook shared his deep connection with the lyrics and his approach to singing it, envisioning vivid imagery from the words. He fantasizes about performing an acoustic version by the ocean at sunset. In daily life, Jungkook experiences moments of euphoria retrospectively, realizing happiness in hindsight. He imagines his utopia as a state of self-acknowledgement, possibly achieved later in life. Given a choice between someone who shows him an unknown world and someone to share his world with, Jungkook prefers the former, valuing new experiences and emotions. The song Dimple warms his heart with thoughts of fans' smiles. If re-recorded now, he believes his improved vocalization would be the most noticeable change. Jungkook's heart flutters when meeting new people, finding excitement in new conversations. As a gift to someone, he would offer his companionship, listening and singing for them. He believes that true love comes from a place of emotional openness rather than preparedness. Jungkook prefers a balance between verbal and written expression, combining the strengths of both. Finally, Jungkook views the Proof album as both a culmination and a beginning for BTS, representing the last step before embarking on a new chapter in their journey. Before their military enlistment, the BTS members engaged with their fans through a lively webcast on Weverse on December 5, 2023. Known for their dynamic presence in both music and fashion, these artists made an effort to uplift their fans, who were grappling with the news of their enlistment through lighthearted interactions and humor. During this broadcast, a playful incident caught the fans' attention. V took a sip from Namjoon's coffee cup, leading to an amusing exchange between the two as they struggled to hold back their laughter. This led to fan speculation that the cup might have contained something other than coffee, possibly an Irish coffee. Irish coffee, a concoction of Irish whiskey, hot coffee, sugar, and topped with cream, is a popular drink in Europe, the United States, and Canada. This guess was fueled by the BTS members' previous references to beverages. For example, Suga once showed Jungkook how to drink an Irish bomb during their variety show in Malta. Additionally, Jungkook's solo album Golden featured a color palette that reminded some of a drink brand. To add context, Jungkook had announced his first solo album Golden on November 3, 2023, revealing creative concepts for its physical copies, Shine, Solid, and Substance, in green, blue, and off-white hues, respectively, with gold accents. Jungkook is known for his candid talks about his preferences in his Weverse live streams, mentioning his liking for highballs, a drink made with a spirit, and a larger proportion of a non-alcoholic mixer, often a carbonated beverage. Suga also hosts a show called Suchuita, where he and his guests enjoy drinks while engaging in deep conversations. This incident led fans on social media platforms like Twitter and X to share their theories. One fan commented on X about V's reaction to the drink, suggesting that he isn't a fan of coffee, which further fueled the speculation. Another fan humorously suggested that Namjoon might have added something to his coffee cup, based on the reactions during the live stream.